What's up, everybody? I'm gonna do a little thing on the Trumpster tonight. Get some people to come in. Hopefully, let me just get this thing right here. Here we go. Anyway, Blood on the Razor Wire TV, jailhouse lawyer. We're gonna talk about Trump tonight. We'll talk about the indictment. We'll talk about whether or not he's going to prison. Let's see what's up. Mike D in the house. Ain't seen you in a while. Cotton Top. Mike D, man, I know, bro. I still got your picture back there, man. I keep it there, man, so you can always know that it's yours, bro. You might have to come to the crib, bro, to grab it. Anyway, what's up, man? Free Bo Billy. What's going on with Bo Billy? Them people helping you guys over there? We'll see. Karen helping you? Hopefully they do the right thing by you guys, and hopefully they help him get out. 57 people in the house, 13 likes. Hit that like button. Let's get busy. Tonight, we're going to talk about your boy Donald Trump. We're going to talk about some real shit, man. Jailhouse lawyer breaks down the indictment. The federal indictment on the president who did the biggest criminal justice reform in the country ever, right? The First Step Act, freed a bunch of people. Trump going to be shanking fools. Oh, shit, get him a knife. Yo, man, the white car is going to pull up on Trump like, yo, what's up, bro? White politics. Remember you were talking about, death penalty for all drug dealers? Where the hell would they put Trump anyway, right? But we're going to talk about this shit because I think this shit is, this is the type of video that can really piss people off. It can make people be like, man, I'm unsubscribing to you, you asshole. You're a Trump supporter, man. Or they're going to be like, man, I hate Trump. You know what? I'm a Trump supporter and you're an asshole. And I'm like, come on, bro. Let's just call it how it is, right? If it wasn't for the Trumpster, your boy wouldn't be here. There wouldn't be any Blood on the Razor Wire TV. We might have the book still, right? Written from prison and try to get some people to pump it out. But who knows? Finally catching alive in Australia Saturday morning, 9 a.m. in Australia at 9 in the morning. Hit them up. Hit that likes. You heard what my boy Tommy Thunder said. Hit it. Trump 2024. Let's see what's going to happen. We're going to get into it tonight, man. We're going to talk about some politics, right? That's one thing that some people might not know about me, man. I used to be glued to that news TV, man. I was like a political junkie. If I'd have did the right thing, I might have majored in political science instead of crime. And I might not have been the sit down in the house. Big Jeff Nadeau. Let's go load up the boys. We're heading over to the bar stool. We're about to have it out tonight. Friday night, we got the mailman, Matt Farino, heading down there with us. Let's go, Matt, if you're in the house. My boy Matt Farino said he went down there for you, Jeff. Like, yo, what's up? He was down there trying to, throw them, boop, boop, trying to throw them things for you. But anyway, what's up? Hit that like button, man. Live tonight. Big energy tonight. We got 82 people in the house, 86 and only 45 likes. You're playing games with your boy tonight. Let's cut it out. But anyway, we're definitely going to talk about this, man. I think that this is something that we should talk about. So, just as message deleted by country. I wonder what this deleted, man. I appreciate y'all joining us tonight. If you want to donate, you can send it directly to Chad. Okay, pin that message, my boy. I don't know why they did that to you, Bam. But your boy just got you back in the house. It's all good. Anyway, what do you guys think? I want to know what people think. I'm going to ask a question, right? Tonight we're going to do like an answer, questions and answers. I'm going to ask you some questions, and you can ask me some. And then we'll get it back into that. Trump is screwed. All right, we're going to get into that. Do you think that Trump is going to go to jail? Yes or no? I forgot to give out some audiobooks the other night, but we're going to give them out tonight. Do you think Trump is going to jail? Let's break down the indictment. Let's take a look at it, right? Let me tell you guys something else. I'm going to keep it 100 with you. You jump on the federal prison court pacer. I jump on there. I put in the criminal number, and guess what? It takes me to some kind of like lawsuit case. I'm like, this ain't what I'm looking for, right? So then I punch in Donald Trump versus United States, get on pacer, boom, they still won't give me the case. Although I got the case number and put the case number in there perfectly fine. No, I get nothing. So how many people think, oh, Donald is going to prison? Hell no, Biden crime family did a lot worse. I mean, listen, people do all kinds of shit and never get arrested. They never go to jail. But you guys want to talk about politics. Why is Trump indicted? Why do you think Trump's indicted, right? This is how the country is. The country is divided. We all know that, right? Some people hate Donald Trump. Some people love him. There's really no in between, right? People just hate him. Some people don't even know why they hate him. Some people love him. They don't know why they love him. I can tell you why I love Donald Trump. Oh, shit, you just lost 100 subscribers, dude. I have love for Donald Trump because he was the person who pretty much he was that dude. He signed off on the First Step Act. We can get into Ivanka. We can get into Jared. Everybody pushing them. Yo, you got to do this. It's going to help you. We got a lot of people behind bars that deserve a second chance. And you know what? People are like, man, he would have never done it. It was his kids that pressed him. Whoever it was that pressed him, right? Did Jared press him? Of course he pressed him. Did Ivanka press him? Of course they did. And I'm going to piss some people off right now, right? I don't think Trump's the smartest, the smartest cat. He's probably not the smartest president we ever had. Far from it. But we're going to get into that. We're going to get into why he gets indicted, why he takes these documents to his crib, why they're just like boxes sitting in a bathroom next to a toilet. Like, bro, you see them documents right there? You really tried to hide those right in your bathroom next to the toilet. That shows you how important he thought they were. He probably didn't take those documents on purpose. I mean, some people might get, the dude was just started loading shit up. Probably took some forks, knives, spoons, just starts loading shit. Hey, load it up. Get him. Get it out of here. Load it up. But anyway, he isn't going to prison. They would literally have to build a separate prison for him. Oh, they would definitely have to do something, and don't think that they wouldn't. And Secret Service has got to be with them all the time. Nobody knows what they would do because no one's ever, the federal government has never indicted a president, man, a former president, a president. They never sent him to jail. But you know what? The country's so divided that you have to ask a question. I thought about this today, right? If he goes to trial, which I'm sure he's going to trial, the government's not going to indict a former president and not prosecute. They're pushing this, right? It's going to be pushed. We'll get into Merrick Garland, all that shit in a minute too. So he's going to trial. But the real question is, will they ever convict him at a trial? Or will it be a constant hung jury, kind of like John Gotti Jr., right? Hung jury. Nope, we're going, taking him again. Hung jury, taking him again. Hung jury, taking him again. Because you're going to have some people on that jury that are probably on every one of the juries, because there's going to be probably more than one trial. I think there's going to be a mistrial. This is my prediction. And maybe another mistrial. Then maybe the government just stops. Maybe they finally stop. But why do they do this? People, man, these people hate Trump, man. Look what he did. He went in there, he became the president, 115 people and 66 likes. Hit that like button. We'll pump up the tempo. We'll start giving away some free audio books. You never know how many we might give away tonight. Might be 2, might be 3, might be 10, might be 15. I don't know what it's going to be. You guys determine that. Chad, I gave you my answer, and the truthful response is someone who holds a secret security clearance from the Navy. If I took one document home, I'd be locked up ASAP. Open your damn eyes. Of course, yeah, they'd lock you up. Yeah, I know. But really, man, if I took home a document, I'd probably be going to jail too if I worked there. Do I think he's going to go to jail? I think that there's going to be a couple hung juries. These are pretty serious charges, right? Let's see. Let's look at 18 U.S.C. 793, 0 to 20, 18 U.S.C. 1512K, 1512B. What are those? Those are all aiding and abetting, subsection 2, general allegations. Defendant Donald Trump was the 45th president of the United States of America. He held office from January 20th, 2017 until January 20th, 2021. As President Trump had lawful access to the most sensitive classified documents of national defense information gathered and owned by the United States government, including information from the agencies that compromise the United States intelligence community and the United States Department of Defense. There's a bunch of charges here where he's facing 0 to 20. Sentencing guidelines, no criminal history. Then they group them all together in the sentencing, according to the sentencing guidelines. Like, that could get really serious. I don't know if we have enough time for me to explain all that, but maybe we will. Maybe not tonight, but maybe we will. Special counsel Jack Smith on Friday said that the indictment charged the former president with felony violations of our national security laws. Whoa! How could you do that, Trump? How could you possibly do that? And participating in a conspiracy to obstruct justice. He also encouraged the public to read the indictment to understand the scale and scope of the charges. The indictment's pretty serious, man. This is the feds. They don't just indict you and, fall back. He's going to trial. There's going to be a trial. But I think that the country's so divided, there's going to be people trying to get on that jury, to help him. There's going to be people trying to get on the jury. Let's get 100 likes. We'll start giving away some books. There's going to be people on that jury that, want to save them, people that want to smash them. And I think that they're going to have a hung jury every single time. I don't think that they're going to convict this cat in federal court. I just don't. But let's say, what else could save him, right? What's up, Chad? Notice you caught Des live earlier. I did catch it at the tail end, bro. Man, that dude had 1,000 people in his live. He's rocking, right? Man, maybe I should start doing lives during the day. What's up? So anyway, this is what I think, right? I think that there'll probably be a hung jury. But if he did go to prison, what would they do? Does the Secret Service, come in there with Trump? Do they sit in there with him? That's what I want to know. Are they doing shifts to protect him? What would happen if he hit a compound? You can't put this cat around other people. How lonely and depressed would that be? To be sitting in a cell all by yourself. Would he get, TV? Would they send him to the ADX? I don't know. I definitely want a copy of the audio book. Fo20, hit me on the email. You get the first free audio copy, although we don't have 100 likes. We got 99. We need one more. Let's go. Guido Luzzi, Chad, I'd like a book. Laughing my ass off. You read my comment. It's all good. I got you, bro. You want a book? You're getting a book tonight. Chief Northup, he's getting an audio. These are all audio books. If Trump jumped out of the presidential race, no, these charges would have been fired. Let me tell you something. This all goes back to, this is the thing, right? People act like they're all, good and we're professional and we're by the book and we're going to follow all the rules. And this is federal court and this is a federal judge. And, well, buddy, I'm a federal lawyer. And this guy over here, he's a federal prosecutor. Listen, man, that's shit. Trina Marie, you're getting an audio book tonight, too. Hit us on the email. Trump's going to join the Southsiders. Oh, shit. You never know what he might do. Might never know. He might be a, DWB, dirty white boy. I don't know. I did not get the hard copy books, man, because it's been a hassle, man. But we're going to get some, man. I need to get those and pump them out. Trump will be in the AB car. It's not really an AB car anymore. So anyway, man, I think that, hold on, let's see. But try for a moment, we've entered this country now. Just think about that, where we're at as a country. Why is Donald Trump indicted? Okay, plenty of people can come on here and say, well, no one's above the law. And if you watch Good Morning America, what's that Stephanopoulos dude? Trump's lawyer's on there, and he's like, well, what about the stuff with Biden? That's kind of like the deflection stuff. I don't know what the hell Biden did. Trump may not be guilty, but he's not innocent. Yeah, I don't think he's innocent either. I mean, and they got him on a tape. But let's go through a little bit of this, and then, we're going to talk a little bit more about this. What would prison be like? What's your thoughts on Allen going on Madden? You already know what it is. Well, man, we can get into Josh Allen, too, in a minute. So for the first time in American history, a former president has been indicted by a U.S. Department of Justice that less than 900 days ago was housed in the executive branch he controlled. He could face years in prison if found guilty. Those criminal charges stem from his alleged mishandling of classified documents he kept after leaving the presidency and alleged obstruction of the federal government's attempts to secure those classified materials. What the hell did he want them for anyway? What was it going to do for him? Do you think he took them on accident and then was like, oh, shit? I think that's possible. As crazy as that sounds, what was he going to do with these classified documents? Like, okay, people shouldn't have that stuff, national security. But, this dude's the former president. Like, what do you think he's going to do? Do you think Trump loves this country? I think he does. I definitely think he loves the country. I don't think people go out of their way just to screw the country. Do people sometimes pad their pockets, with the office that they have? People like Joe Biden. Yeah, I think they do that stuff. Of course, Obama, Reagan. I mean, since the beginning of time, these cats, they profit off this shit. They don't, in retrospect, they don't make a whole lot of money being the president, do they? What do they make? $400,000 a year? $500,000 a year? Come on. Blackmail, extortion, or get out of jail free card. Didn't work, though. Think chess move. Trump is going to sweep the traitors. I think this is going to pump him up for 2024. And if he becomes the president, what happens? Can he pardon himself? I don't know. That was up for debate before. I think he can. I think he can pardon himself. I don't think he can't pardon himself in New York. You know what I mean? Are you a Trump supporter, Chad? Let me tell you something. I am, right? I'm a conservative about money. I'm a liberal when, obviously it comes to criminal justice reform, right? I don't think the government should be in all of our business. I am out of prison, to answer your question, because Donald Trump passed the First Step Act. And some people might get mad, but this is what I do for a living. I get folks out of prison. I've gotten more black people out of prison based off of the First Step Act than anything else. If it wasn't for the First Step Act, there's plenty of people. Chazzy Glenn would not be getting out of prison. Noah Spino would not get out of prison. Let's see, how many other cases did I win? The old man from Illinois, life sentence, got him out of prison. We wouldn't be. The dude that I told you guys is little baby's real father, Rodney Love. He wouldn't be getting out of prison. He'd still have a life sentence. Chris Young. You guys know who Chris Young is? We interviewed him here. We interviewed the judge that sentenced him to life. He's the guy that Kim Kardashian went to the White House for to get him out of jail. If it wasn't for Trump in the First Step Act, he wouldn't be out of jail. He wouldn't. And we can say, oh, well, it wasn't Trump. It was Jared and it was Ivanka. Well, it was Trump that signed it, right? It was Trump that called McConnell on that at that last minute when the midnight oil was burning. It was almost over with. He said, yo, Mitch, listen, bitch, make it happen. Make it happen. You're already rich, Mitch. Don't be a bitch. Make it happen. And they made the First Step Act happen. That's just the truth. Did Obama do some things? Did the Sentencing Commission do some things under Obama where they changed the crack law? Yeah, they took 2 points off. Yeah, great. That did reduce the sentence for some people. Some people went from life to 30. Obama, did he grant some clemencies? Yes, he did. He took people from life down to 40 years, life down to 30. He released some people. But you know what? When you granted clemency, if those people were worthy of clemency, then I don't think they were worthy of just going from life to, still having 15 more years in prison. People like Aaron Covington from Virginia. If they're worthy of clemency, let them out. I'm happy that Obama did that shit. He got let's keep it real. He got the party started, right? He got the conversation going. But you guys want to know who really got the conversation going about the First Step Act? About 851 enhancements where more blacks and Hispanics are overly sentenced to life? Where people, black fathers and mothers and Hispanics and poor whites are sentenced under 924C stacking? Do you know where that started? Come on. I'm going to tell you where it started. It started with former federal judge John Gleeson. John Gleeson. Jeff Nadeau had him on the sit down, right? You guys know who he is. Who is he? He's the guy that prosecuted John Gotti. Then he became a federal judge. And then he issued a decision in the United States versus Holloway. Holloway ended up with like 57 years based on stacked 924Cs. And John Gleeson went to Loretta Lynch, who was the U.S. attorney, Obama's attorney general, who later became the attorney general. He goes to her and says, look, this is a African-American. He's elderly now. I had to sentence him to 57 years in prison. Since he's been in prison, he's done numerous programs. He's been in prison for over 20 years. I sentenced him under the stacked 924C sentences. It's unfair. And I'm asking you, Loretta Lynch, you're an African-American woman. I'm asking you to let this dude out of jail. Open the case up and give me the power as a federal judge to determine that he deserves a second chance to get out of prison. What do you think Loretta Lynch said? Take a guess. She balked. She said, no, I ain't letting that dude out of jail. Hell no. So what did John Gleeson do? You want the truth? This is the truth. John Gleeson wrote it back and said, okay, I'm going to have to reconsider his 60B motion. What that is, it's a motion where after he filed the 2255, he comes back and says on the 60B, you know what? I might have made a mistake on that 2255, and now I'm going to find in favor of him, and I'm going to let him out. Please don't make me do that, Loretta Lynch, because I'm seriously considering it. And then what does Loretta Lynch do? Let's call it what it is. You want it real? You want it raw? This is it, man. You want to talk about, criminal justice reform? You want to talk about Trump? You want to talk about Obama? You want to talk about politics? Let's talk about it. I'm going to give you guys some insight tonight because I'm friends with some people, too, that work at the White House. But anyway, and that's the truth. People that sat in on the First Step Act. So he says, Loretta Lynch, I'm about to reconsider this thing. It's going to look bad. So what does Loretta Lynch say? Okay, you know what? You're right. This guy does deserve a second chance all of a sudden. All of a sudden, he deserves a second chance, right? Now, this is the lady that went on to be the attorney general. They open up the case and say, well, we're going to do it for him, but that doesn't mean it's for everybody else. So John Gleeson ends up resentencing, Francis Holloway, and he gives him a second chance to reclaim his life. This is an African-American father, grandfather, friend, brother. But you want to know what his co-defendant got? This is the best part. Co-defendant testifies. Francis Holloway gets, 47 years, 50-something years. Co-defendant cooperates and gets 3 years. They both committed the same crime. And what does 18 U.S.C. 3553A say? I'm talking a little bit of law tonight. It says you must impose a punishment that is sufficient, but not greater than necessary to achieve the goals of sentencing. Well, these two guys commit the same crime. This guy gets 3 years. This guy gets 50 years. You tell me how that, lines up with 18 U.S.C. 3553A. You tell me that. He had the unemployment at an all-time low. Our country was making money, getting out of debt. Jimmy Romans would still be in prison. Yes, he would. He would still be in prison for marijuana. Jimmy Romans, one of my very, very good friends. I come home from prison. I start, people can say what they want, right? And Jimmy always does the politically correct thing. I come out here, I start pressing these people, man. I start pressing these folks. Like, yo, what's up, man? It's my partner. It's my boy. This is what I'm doing. Jack, can you help me with a case? I charge this guy $7,500. Could you write it for me? Because I really don't know what I'm doing. So I'm like, yeah, I can write it for you, but you're going to help my boy. You're going to go down there and talk for him. You're working at the White House. You're going to help my boy out. You're making $7,500 on a case that you took that you don't know how to do it. But I do. You going to help my boy? Yeah, man, we're going to help him. They started helping him. I see his picture on, let's call it what it is. I see his picture on Alice Johnson's little, commercial and, all the shit she's doing. Trump lets her out. That's enough. Alice Johnson, African-American grandmother, sentenced to life, going to die in prison. Obama denied her, by the way. Obama denied her clemency, and Trump let her out. Well, he did that for a political move. Listen, man, I don't give a fuck what he did. He gave the lady back her life. He made sure these young women could see their grandmother, or these young kids could see their grandmother. These daughters could spend time with their mother before their mother passed away, right? But Obama left her in jail. Who else we got in there? Michelle West. They left Michelle West in prison, serving a life sentence. Another African-American woman. Might not have a chance. Mackenzie Spite might not have a chance, but because of the First Step Act, these women might get out of jail. So anyway, it was John Gleason that really got it going. And then they passed the stuff, right? They passed the First Step Act. And people like me, Chad Marks, white guy from New York, I can get out of jail on a 924C stacking. But my boy Jermaine Riley went to prison at 22 years old and got 97 years. I just lost his case because the Sixth Circuit came back and they said, you know what? Judges don't have the power to do this. They don't have the power at all. Why don't they have the power? They don't got the power. But in New York, you can do it. So if Jermaine Riley was in New York, Jermaine Riley could get out of prison. But because he was arrested in Cleveland, Ohio, Jermaine Riley can't get out. Or was it Michigan? Because he's arrested in Michigan, he can't get out of jail. Well, what happens? John Gleason, he's on the Sentencing Commission now, right? So what does the Sentencing Commission do? They pass these amendments. And they say, hey, look, man, this is the deal. You can actually consider the 924C stacking. Goes into effect in November as long as Congress don't buck. If Congress bucks, then you're screwed. Told you I know some people that worked over there at the White House. Know some people that worked. And I'm not going to say I probably can't say his name. This is a really good dude. And he was like, Chad, you're not going to believe this. He's like, Chad, you're not going to believe this. I sat in on the meetings, bro. You wouldn't believe how many Democrats bucked on the 924C stacking changes. On the 924C stacking changes on the First Step Act. He said it was more Democrats in that meeting that didn't want to do this, right? I want to pull something up while we're talking because I'm not real good at this stuff as far as putting it on here, but I wish that I could put it on there. But you know what? Let me see. United States versus Holloway. I want to read you guys something. I'm going to read it to you. I want you to hear this. This is why they changed the stuff. And then you get these people in Michigan. You get these people in, let me see, where else were they banging people? In Philly. They're banging these people and they're saying, no, these cats cannot get out of jail. They cannot get out of jail. They're not allowed to get out. So let me read a little bit of because I do use this in some of my cases. I think it's important. And maybe I should come on here and do, maybe I should come on here. Just give me 1 second. I'm trying to work with you, not against you. Here. The difference between the sentencing outcome if a defendant accepts the government's offer, this is John Gleason's decision in Holloway, of a plea bargain, the outcome if he assists on his right to trial by jury is sometimes referred to as the trial penalty. Holloway likely would have been released in 2003 if he had pled guilty under the agreement offered by the government. But he went to trial instead. And now his projected release date is March 10th, 2045. So because he exercised a constitutional right to trial, he'd have been out in 2003, but now he gets the trial penalty. You better not test the government. This is what we'll do to you. Thus, his trial penalty was 42 years in prison. He got an extra 42 years because he exercised his right to trial, right? To put his sentence in context, consider that in the fiscal year 2013, the average sentence for defendants convicted of robbery in the federal courts was 77 months. The median sentence was 63 months. Holloway got 691 months. He would likely have fared better if he had committed murder. He would have got less time if he committed a murder. This is the guy that Loretta Lynch didn't want to let out of jail. Although they offered him a plea that would have been 42 years shorter if he had just pled guilty. The average sentence in federal court for murder in fiscal year 2013 was 268 months. The median sentence was 240 months. So we're going to get to the Trump indictment some more, but we got to talk about the reality. This is what you want to hear about, right? This is what it is. The average sentence in federal, if Holloway had gotten 260 months, he'd already be out of prison. But there's something I wanted to find about. Here we go. This is why they changed the 924C stacking. This is why federal judge John Gleason sat on the Sentencing Commission to fix this shit. Black defendants like Holloway have been disproportionately subject to the stacking of 924C counts that occur here. The Sentencing Commission's 15-year report in 2004 stated that Black defendants accounted for 48% of offenders who qualified for a charge under 924C, but they represented 56% of those actually charged under the statute and 64% of those convicted under it. So they fixed that and they say, hey, this isn't what Congress meant, which they didn't. This isn't what they meant. It didn't mean that you get 5 for the first gun, 25, 25, 25, 20, until you get 500 years and then you never get out. It was meant as a recidivist enhancement. So they fix it. Trump fixed it. He fixed it. First step back, they fixed that. And then you get all these courts that say, oh no, we're not allowed to fix that. No, that ain't what they meant. It is what they meant. And that's why the Sentencing Commission came back and fixed it now. But yet, people can still buck. By November 1st, they can reject them. And then people like Jermaine Riley can't get out of jail. So anyway, let's go back to Merrick Garland. Let's go back to Trump and Merrick Garland, right? Obama elects Merrick Garland. He's all happy. But Obama elects Merrick Garland. He's happy. He's ready, man. I'm going to be on the Supreme Court. Yeah. But they had to have known. You had to have known that this probably wasn't going to work out. Obama probably shouldn't have elected him. So how do you think he feels when he gets, he gets trumped? He gets trumped. Mitch McConnell says, man, we're not going to put this guy in there. No matter. Obama shouldn't have did this. We're not putting Merrick Garland in there. That's it. So then here comes Biden, and now Merrick Garland, because he got snubbed, he gets a little rhythm. They say, yo, bro, make you the Attorney General, Department of Justice. It's not a lifetime appointment. It's not the Supreme Court, but man, you're at the top. You're the top prosecutor. You're the top guy. You're the boss. And they do him a favor. You think you don't have any animosity? We're professionals. We don't hold the grudges. We just look at things clearly. Man, bullshit. You think he ain't got a grudge? You think he ain't got a what do they call it? A rock to grind or whatever? A stone to grind? Of course he does. Does that mean he's going to go, falsely indict the president of the United States? Probably not. But any little thing that he did, they're going to get on his ass. And they hate this cat. And, did Trump do some wrong things here? Yeah, I'm sure he did. Did he do it because he wanted to hurt the country? Because he hates the country? Probably not. Probably not. Think about that. I think he just, I don't know for sure, but I think he probably took stuff that he didn't even realize he was taking. Let's keep it real. Biden, you get Biden up there, he's like, oh, and he falls down. He's like, this isn't probably the best president either. Let's just keep it real. Some of these guys are real goofballs. Is Trump a goofball? I might piss some people off. I think he did some goofy stuff. Should have just went in there and been the president, right? Shouldn't have talked all the shit he talked, but that's who he is. That's what he does. And now it's come back to bite him in the ass. He should have just kept living his best life. He had plenty of money, beautiful home, but he went after this. Let's see. No offense to Alvin Bragg, but the allegations rise to a whole new level of gravity beyond what Trump is already facing in state court in Manhattan. To say nothing of the potential charges he could face in the future related to his conduct surrounding the 2020 election. Trump himself broke the news last night on Truth Social. We know that. We've seen that. I am an innocent man. Well, I think they got some recordings and there's some stuff in this indictment. Utterly shocking? Yeah, I think it is utterly shocking that we federally indict a president. We indict a president. Should he be allowed to just go out and commit crimes? Probably not. Should he be able to go out in the middle of Times Square and just pull the trigger? No, of course not. No, he shouldn't. But you know what? People do this all the time in life, right? Nobody's perfect. People mess up at their job. They don't fire you. People do things in prison. They got all these fucking rules in prison, right? And the cops can write you up every day for 100 different things. But they let a lot of shit slide because it's irrelevant. It doesn't really matter. You're not running around stabbing, raping, or killing. Who cares? I've been around cops that feel that way. There's other cops that just do whatever. They think the punishment comes from them. And I'm just using that as an example, man. That's just an example tonight. Just a little example. You have to go indict the president. You have to make your country look like a bunch of fools because the outsiders are looking in and saying the truth. They really did that shit because, you know what? I think they're a little worried that he might get reelected. Like, they don't want that dude to be the president again. Because if he is, holy shit. What do you think he's going to use the office for? He's going to be like, man, these people have done so much bullshit to me. It's my turn now. I'm about to turn this shit up for real. And I think he probably would. What we know so far, Trump has been charged with several criminal counts. While the charging document, okay, they basically break out from an Espionage Act charge, several obstruction-based type charges and false statement charges. I mean, Trump, does he lie? People lie all the time. Have you been lying? Have you ever picked up the phone? Your kids pick up the phone and say, hey, I'm not here. You ever tell, oh, it's just a white lie. It's a fucking lie, man. People lie. You don't feel like going to work. People call in. Man, I'm sick, man. Your son wants to stay home from school. The mother calls the school. Yeah, I'm just calling in regards to little Johnny. He's not feeling well. He's got a little bit of cough. We don't know if it's COVID or not, but we don't want to send him in. People do this shit all the time. And I know they're probably, I can't really read the comments while I'm trying to read this stuff. You know what I mean? Try to make anything up to stop him from running. I mean, I don't think that they're making this shit up. I think the dude took shit home. He probably shouldn't have took it home. Was there mens rea? What's mens rea? Anybody know what mens rea is? Come on, let me see your answers. You want a free audio book? Let's go. All right, country, glad you got me. Every president lies. That's how they get elected. I mean, it is what it is, right? YouTube special tonight. That like button is free, and if you hit it, money's going to fall out of the sky and bless you. Hit it. I want to rock right now. I'm Rob Basin. I'm paid to get down. Uh-oh. I'm not internationally known, but I'm known to rock. Man, get that money to drop. Bam. Hit it. Hit it. We're having a little fun tonight, man. It's Friday night, sitting around, and we're talking about the president of the United States. I think it's disgusting that they indicted the president. Now, if he was out there, blowing people down, yeah, I mean, I'm all for it then, I guess, right? Laugh my ass off, Chad. It's all good, man. I do believe that he loves the country. I mean, does he have some flaws? We all do, right? Anthony Coley, the former head of public affairs at the DOJ, told the Playbook last night he had hoped his former colleagues at the Justice Department will soon petition the court to unseal the charge. We already know all that bullshit. Willfully retaining national defense secrets in violation of the Espionage Act. Holy shit. I hope they don't try to put my man to sleep with the needle. Espionage Act. Oh, my God. What are they doing? Yo, we're going to be doing some chapters out of No Human Contact. That's coming soon. Hopefully you guys will enjoy that too. Started doing, my own stories. I don't know, man. Views suck. I don't know what we're doing over here. Doing YouTube, man. It's therapeutic, man. We got a little bit of community. Like I told you, it's not my channel. It's our channel. We're going to keep rocking, man. We do all right. We pay the bills with the paralegal company. So we keep doing YouTube. I mean, if it starts really going down, costing money, we might be in trouble. Might be looking for donations up in this month. George Soros. We're saving kids from life imprisonment, premature death. Donate us $1 million. Blood on the Razor Wire TV. The MAGA families are black, brown, white, Mexican, beautiful people from all nations. Smoking rocks. I don't know who. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that was nuts, Danielle. Look it, man. The weaponized federal law enforcement represents a mortal threat to free society. Here goes your boy Ron DeSantis. I do not support this cat, bro. Somebody he's going to overturn the First Step Act. No, you're not. You don't. Get out of here. You're full of shit. But anyway, the weaponization of federal law enforcement represents a mortal threat to a free society. Why so zealous in pursuing Trump, yet so positive about Hillary Clinton or Hunter Biden? We can always say 2 wrongs don't make it right? Because that is kind of what the response is. The response is, well, look what she did, or look what Biden did. Man, that's not really the answer, man. The answer is, look, man, if you did something, then, sometimes you got to face the music. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you got to face the music. Let me see. Smith added the defense in the criminal case, Trump and Nada must be presumed innocent. He's innocent until proven guilty. Let me tell you something. Them Florida federal courts, they don't play games down there, man, just so you guys know. I mean, is he really in trouble? Man, how would you like to be the federal judge? What if you're a Republican federal judge? They'll probably make sure a Democrat. I don't know who got the case. I don't know who the judge. I know who the judges are. I read them on the indictment, but I don't know. I didn't check and see if they're, Republicans or Democrats. But imagine being the dude that, if he does blow trial, that has to sentence this cat. It's crazy. I mean, it's crazy, man. How old is Trump? How many people know how old Trump is? I promise we wouldn't have heard about this files if it was Obama. You probably wouldn't, Any other president, even Republican presidents. If it was Ronald Reagan, you probably wouldn't have heard about it. If it was George Bush, you wouldn't have heard about it. 75, 74, 67, 74, 78-ish. I mean, Don don't have, how many years does the Don have left? They're trying to take that shit, man. 0 to 20. They bust out the sentencing guidelines. It's wild, man. It's wild. Federal indictment. Listen to this article on the federal indictment. Prosecutors know that tens of thousands of members of guests visited the active social club in Mar-a-Lago. You guys want to read some of this? Should we read some of this? This is a great live, great talk. People weigh in. You got something to say? Ask a question. Let's go. The indictment claims that for a 2-month period between January and March 15th, some of Trump's boxes were stored in one of Mar-a-Lago's gilded ballrooms. A picture included in the indictment shows boxes stacked in rows on the ballroom stage. I'm looking at a bunch of boxes in a bathroom. There's a toilet there. It's got the nice little sink in there, huh? Is that fake granite, Trump? Better be the real stuff, dude. That granite's expensive, homie. 20 for Trump would put him to sleep. Yeah, it'd be over with. I think people are going to come out in droves to vote for Trump. That's what I think. How do you feel about black Trump supporters? I feel like, let me ask you this. You know, they talked all this shit about Biden doing all these clemencies, right? When he went into the White House for black folks that are disproportionately sentenced. How many people has he let out on clemency? Tell me. Black Trump supporters? I think you should support whoever you believe in, man. I don't care if you're green, white, black. That's a politically correct answer, Chad. No, it's the real answer. Did he let a bunch of black folks out of prison? Yeah, he helped out. He helped out. Does that mean that you should just support him based off of that? I don't think you should support a candidate, just based off of one thing. I'll write Trump in. Chad, you really think he actually moved boxes, organized his own stuff to be moved? No. Joseph Edwards, I don't think that he, packed his own shit. Not at all. He didn't do any of that stuff. Is it possible that some people could have done some stuff like that? It's possible. I think people packed that shit up and he took it and never looked at it again. He didn't even know what the fuck was in there. You want the truth? I doubt he even knew what was in there. But he thought that he could declassify things just by saying, it's declassified. So he got all the boxes at Mar-a-Lago. He's like, get us all in the room. And he's like, declassified. I mean, I just don't see the mens rea, the criminal intent. Mens rea is criminal intent. Did he have criminal intent? No, he didn't. My opinion is he didn't. Is he a little goofy at times? Does he do shit without thinking about it? Yeah. Exactly, Joseph. Even one of those boxes has ballroom written on shows. People moved and stacked at random. Yeah, people put that stuff together. People go hide some shit in there, possible. They gave him months to return the documents. Yeah, but he's lazy. He felt like golfing. He didn't go through this yet. The indictment also shows photographs of boxes spilled over in the storage room, including a document marked secret relation to USA FVY, which means information releasable only to members of the Intelligence Alliance of Australia, Canada, New Zealand, United Kingdom, United States. In the photo, the classified document is redacted. Do you think Mike Pence? So here's the indictment. Do you think Mike Pence, by any chance, took home classified documents, went and packed up the boxes and took that stuff home? Do you think Biden has some classified documents at the crib? Remember that stuff was going on for a little bit? Like, what did he have? Like these, I don't care if it's Biden. I don't care if it's Trump. I don't think these dudes are taking paperwork home on purpose. Over the course of his presidency, Trump gathered newspapers, press clippings, letters, notes, cards, photographs, official documents, other materials, and cardboard boxes that he kept in the White House. Among the materials Trump stored in the box were hundreds of classified documents. Yeah, man. Like they said he didn't even read the reports in the morning. Remember that? They'd be like, hey, man, we got a secret briefing. He's like, read it to me, dude. Most presidents sit down and drink their coffee. It's like reading the newspaper in the morning, right? Trump's got ADD, for those of you that didn't know. Me too. That's why I'm on here yelling tonight. At 12 o'clock p.m. on January 20th, Trump ceased to be president. As he departed the White House, Trump caused scores of boxes, many of which contained false documents, to be transported to Mar-a-Lago in Palm Beach, Florida, where he maintained his residence. Man, get out of here with all this shit. I mean, it's a pretty long indictment, right? They go in on him. As a result of Trump's retentions after his presidency and refusal to return them, hundreds of classified documents were not recovered by the United States government until 2024. On January 17th, nearly 1 year after Trump left office and after months of demands by the National Archives and Records Administration for Trump to provide all missing presidential records, Trump provided only 15 boxes, which contained 197 documents. Trump, you piece of shit. You didn't turn it over and we gave you a chance. And that's why we're doing this. Beat it, man. Beat it like Michael Jackson. I watched a documentary saying that a president can still be president from jail. I mean, I think that, once he's the president, if he becomes the president, right, he wins the 2024 election. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome your new president, Donald J. Trump. I think he doesn't go to jail if that happens, man. I think he doesn't go to jail. So those of you people, man, listen, do you really want Biden in there still? Keep him 100. You want to know something? Some people are going to get pissed right now. When we were in jail, bro, like your boy, we used to watch the debates, man, just to laugh. Trump was smoking these people like, look at this guy. He couldn't even be the dog catcher. Look at this lady. She's got a face only a mother club. You're like, what the fuck? What is Trump talking about? Trump's fucking absolutely nuts. We tuned in like it was a comedy show. Whites, black, we're all there like, damn, laughing. Next thing we know, he starts knocking people down like dominoes. We're like, holy shit. This kid ain't going to be the president. And I didn't want him to be the president. He was talking how hard he was going to be on crime and criminals. I'm like, man, there ain't going to never be no reform with him. Hope that sucker don't win. I didn't want him to win. And then he wins, and look what happens. Like, some of us got out of jail. Many people got out of jail once he became the president. Dudes that deserve to get out. You have a click call from Donnie Boy. Yeah, you say his name. Donald J. Trump. You have a prepaid call from a federal inmate at a federal correctional institution. I don't think he's going, man. It's my opinion. Clarence Thomas will be the judge. Let me see. The Mar-a-Lago was located on Ocean Boulevard in Palm Beach. It included Trump's residence, more than 25 guest rooms, classified information. Dude, this indictment's just like, they're on him, man. They're on this fucking dude, man. They don't want him to, he's in the way. Like, he's in the way. If Trump would have just went away and, relaxed, he might, they might have left him alone. In January 2021, as he was preparing to leave the White House, Trump and his White House staff, including packed items, including some of Trump's boxes. Trump was personally involved in this process. Come on, man. Trump caused his boxes containing hundreds of classified documents to be transported to the White House. Man, Trump did some bullshit, man. He didn't look in the boxes. He didn't know what was going over there. $1967, kid, come on, Chad, I did work for Trump. Listen, dude, I know all that stuff. I know he didn't pay the contractors. I know, man, when he went bankrupt, he walked into that meeting and started giving out his books, The Art of the Deal. I know all that stuff. I know that he stiffed some people, man. He stiffed people on getting paid, the contractors, man. What the Taj Mahal, right? Great businessman, but the shit went under. Trump Steaks, I think that went under. I'm not saying the dude's perfect, but I just don't think that you should indict the president. I just don't, man. Not for some petty. This shit's petty, man. Oh my God. It's not petty, Chad. Those are classified documents, national security. If it was me or if it was you, we'd be in jail. Come on, man. So those who talk that stuff, where is the mens rea? Where is the criminal intent? That's what you want to know. Where did he have criminal intent? Doesn't mean he isn't a good president or wasn't a good president. Doesn't mean he wasn't a good president. You talking like you graduated from Trump University. Damn, how'd you find out I got my degree from there, man? Nah, bro, Blackstone. Let me see. On April 5th, 2021, an employee of the office of Donald Trump texted another employee of that office to ask whether Trump's boxes could be moved out of the business center to make room for staff to use it as an office. Trump employee 2 replied, whoa, okay. So POTUS specifically asked Walt for those boxes to be in the business center because they are his papers. Later that day, Trump employee 1 and Trump employee 2 exchanged the following text messages. We can definitely make it work if we move his papers into the lake room. Look, this dude's like, yo, man, this box is out of here, man. One of my boys needs a job. Can you even get fake tanning spray and commissary? No, but you can go out there and lay on Peter Beach. Anybody know what Peter Beach was? That's where all the white dudes would like have a section in the yard and they'd be out there with no shirts on, like they're tanning. They just did a couple of Suboxones and they're out there getting a nice tan. Trump could be out there on Peter Beach getting a tan, dude. Mark Meadows is incredible at all. He used loophole and stiffed the Irish immigrants to see his company. He's also made right by that later. He's picked random people that needed help and bought them homes he's donated millions to. Lackawanna for the win. So, let's get serious though, right? We're joking, we play a little bit. Like I said, man, people are going to get pissed off. I think that this incites the people to come out and vote. I didn't want to read this whole damn indictment. You guys can find it online. And you should go read it. Go read some of the stuff. So when you're talking to people, you know what's going on, right? What did I say? 0 to 20. Let's look at the time though. They even put the time that he's facing in here, right? Scaro Donald J. up and Waltine Nato. Okay, 21. I do here my certified Donald Trump. Maximum term of imprisonment for counts 1 through 31, 10 years. Mandatory minimum term of imprisonment if applicable. So it's 0 to 10 on 1 and 31, right? Count 32, 0 to 20. He can get up to 20 years. People are like, you get 20 years in prison. Oh my God, for each charge. It's 0 to 20, man. 0 to 20, which means he could get probation. You know what I mean? Maximum term, count 34, 20. Remember I said 0 to 20 earlier? I'm reading the indictment now, what they put. Count 36, he can get 5 years. 5 years on count 37. Let me see. Count 32, 20 years. 34, 35. This is for old Walty. He's in a bunch of these counts. So really, what is Trump facing, man? Let's say he goes to trial. He blows trial. What is he facing? Would he go to prison if he lost? What is he facing? They're going to go to the United States sentencing guidelines, advisory range. You know, I didn't look up what the base offense level is. I could do all that stuff. Criminal history category 0. He's probably around. And now look, I'm just telling you without me really digging into it and looking at it. I don't know, 46 to 57 month guideline range. 0 criminal history. Where's my Busted by the Feds book? Let's go ahead and look at it. You guys want to look at the Busted by the Feds book? Oh my God, Chad's got on a 4-leaf clover. They'll be talking about that tonight. What does that mean? Just means I'm Irish, pal. Let's see. We'll go into the guidelines. Here we go. Anybody ever see what the guidelines look like? This is Busted by the Feds. Former federal prisoner Larry Fassler wrote this. I was in prison with Larry for some time. Okay, offense level, I don't know, 40. Oh, look at that. Let's see. Let's say it's he's at a level 26 minus 3 points for acceptance of responsibility if he pleads out. 1, 2, 3. He'd be at 46 to 57, 51 to 63 months, probably in that range. The statute says he can get 0 to 20. He can get 5 for another one, 10 for that one. They run them all together. It's all part of the same course of conduct. And President Donald J. Trump will be, I hope this doesn't happen, man. Not just because it's Trump or whatever, but for our country, man. That we just make people just laughing at us. Just laughing at us, man. So, if he does blow trial, he probably gets, 46 to 57 months. That's what I'm going to say. And then, they put in a sentencing memorandum, former president. And if the judge, is a Trump hater, he's going to light him up. If the judge is a judge that doesn't hate Trump and he's one of them guys that's, straight by the book, maybe he departs. And where do they send Trump if he gets convicted? If he gets convicted, I think there's going to be some hung juries, man. I think it's a sad day whenever, we're taking what really can amount to. So a lot of people might not agree, but really, man, they're petty crimes. These are petty ass crimes. You don't indict a former president, for nonsense. It just makes the country look horrible, man. You should be sad. Today should be a sad day, but you get, these people out here that are like, yeah, he's going to be making collect calls. And they make memes with Trump with a jumpsuit on. And that's because they don't understand, man. You don't really care about, maybe you don't really care about the country, man. The country's in total chaos, right? Go to some of these inner cities, man. Killing people every day. 15-year-old girl in my city shot in the head the other day. 3 15-year-old girls shot. Who shoots 15-year-olds? Or how about we go to PA? We talk about that retard from my city that shoots a 8 and a 9-year-old kid, man. Like, this is the shit that's going on in the country. And we're over here cheering because Trump was indicted by the federal government. Former president was indicted. Yeah. I felt when they sentenced me, and I've talked about this, we got him 40 years. Yeah. My mom's in there crying. Yeah, I deserve to go to jail. I committed a pretty serious crime. I was a drug dealer. 924C stacking. But man, should you be in there cheering? Like, yeah, we got him. Whole family screwed. Look at his mom. She's crying. Look at his 50-year-old mother. She's crying. Yeah, we got him. Yeah, we got Trump. We got him. Yeah, he's going to jail. So happy. Why do you hate the cat? Because people are like, man, he's a racist. He talked bad about Joe Biden. Chad, if you thought of going into your local politics, that would never work for me. Probably would never. My boy ran for mayor, though. My boy Cedric Dean was down there running for, I think, city council and mayor. What else did Trump do? What else did he do? He took some people to the State of the Union, right? State of the Union. He took, I think, Alice Marie Johnson. Man, the other cat is on the tip of my tongue, man. Dude did 20 years in prison, helped people with the law, taught people how to read and write. But he also, kidnapped some chick and held her at gunpoint and did some wild shit. But then he gets out because Trump makes it possible for him to get out. He gets out. And when he gets out, he's been out. It's in Tennessee. He's been out for years, man, doing the right thing. What has Biden done? Good and bad. I think they've all done good and bad. Does Biden really want to hurt the country? No. I mean, he does what he believes in. He reminded me of Governor. He reminds me of your old ass uncle that, used to be an all right dude. And now he's got, Alzheimer's. You think that cat ain't got the beginning stages of Alzheimer's? That takes you back to Ronald Reagan when Nancy had to kind of hold him up there at the lectern. You want people to respect you and respect this country. And they're laughing at us, man. It's a sad day for the country. People are laughing at us, man. Bought your book from Amazon, Chad, and a few others, No Human Contact and The Hot House. Okay. Hope you enjoyed it. So, we're giving out some free books to people that we told you. Email us. We've been on here for an hour. We could get on here and read this whole indictment, but wouldn't that be kind of boring? You ever go to a white church? No disrespect. You ever go to a white church and they're like, some people might get mad. They're like, in the book of John 3:16, the Lord said, and you're like, you go to a black church and they pump that shit up. They start singing John 3:16. I mean, you want some action. You want live, man. 420, I emailed you. I'm gonna hit you guys in the morning. Damn, I got something I'm doing in the morning with the fam. I'm gonna try to, get with you guys and get them audio books over to you. You'll probably have them tomorrow, Sunday at the latest. I work on Sunday mornings too. And then for those of you that don't know, I do go to church. Have y'all heard about New York and Cali having free vending machines with every product from Needle Exchange? I did see that. I seen that. Damn, I would like a book. Kevy Kev wants a book. Who says Kevy Kev should get an audio book? I say so, Kevy Kev. Email us. You're getting an audio book. How's the air quality? It was really, really bad for days. My kids haven't been out of the house in 3 or 4 days. We finally took them out today. We took them out to eat. We took them to Walmart. Let them get a little bit of walking. We're going to put them on our swing set we got in the backyard tomorrow. Well, no, we're actually going to a little festival in the suburbs. Anyway, listen, man, I appreciate everybody coming in tonight. And, really the moral of the story is, look, I don't think Trump's out to hurt the country. I don't think Biden's out to hurt the country. Some people are, built differently. Some people are calm, cool, and collective. Some people aren't the smartest people around. I think it's a sad day, man, when we indict the president of the United States for something like this. I mean, if he was out there, hitting people with baseball bats and, serious shit, then yeah, I do. There should be some type of criminal intent, some type of mens rea. We got 196 likes. Can we get 4 more? If you didn't hit the like button, hit the big X, hit the like button, hit the live chat. You don't miss anything. You can still hear me talk. Hit that like button for me. Let me get 4 of them. E. Judd, you made it. Did I make the live? E. Judd, you made it. But guess what? We're getting ready to go. 198. We need 2 more. Who didn't hit that like button? Judd, did you hit that like button, big dog? There we go. We're there. We're there. And then we get this dummy. I shouldn't disrespect people, man. But if you ever wanted to debate me, we can always debate. Good evening, everybody. Texas Prison Stories. Ike D says, lock him up. Come on, man. Have you listened? Lock him up. Why? Looking at your profile picture, you look like an African-American brother. How many African-American brothers did Donald Trump get out of prison, bro? Think about that for a minute. If you didn't catch it, rewind this joker. Let it be a teachable moment so you can understand what he's done. We don't just lock people up just to lock them up. He talked all that shit about Hillary Clinton. He ran the Justice Department. He could have smashed her, man, but he didn't do it. He could have smashed her. It was his Justice Department, man. Think they don't talk behind closed doors? He didn't do it. He's facing 4 years of community service from January 2025 until January 2029. Yeah, I don't know. I think he's going to get a hung jury. I think people are going to get on that jury and save him. That's what I think. In New York, I think it might be a different story. I think he might be in a little bit of jam in New York. Texas prison story is a good dude. Hopefully he's misspeaking. I didn't say nothing wrong about Texas prison stories. Really, what I wanted to say was something when I said this idiot, I was talking about someone else. Someone that just comes in and just says stuff. But Tim Snow's my boy, man. So I would never disrespect Tim Snow. So, you writing that, you don't even know what you're talking about. If you meant that I misspoke talking bad about him, you're wrong. But anyway, listen, man. Oh, for those of you that haven't checked us out on TikTok, check us out on TikTok. Doing small clips over there. Trump pardoned Lil Wayne and Kodak Black. I wonder if they will bring that up for the re-election. Kodak keeps getting in trouble. He used to not like Trump, but after he released my TO from federal prison and other people, I'm changing my mind. Much respect. Love the show, Chad. Can I get a book? Juan Espinosa! You get a free book tonight. Hit us up. Love your channel. We disagree, but you keep it real. Tonight's not about me, is Chad a Trump supporter or not? I got out of prison because Donald Trump passed the First Step Act. I used to tell dudes, man, if he does something, I get out, he gives me clemency, I'm going to tattoo him right here. Damn, man, guns are looking a little bit light on that. But he didn't let me out on clemency. I got out on the First Step Act. So I didn't have to tattoo him on my arm, thank God. But anyway, man, you want to catch me, man? Catch me at that 50 Cent concert, Darien Lake, baby. You know what it is. I'm just playing. Anyway, listen. I had a good time tonight. We talked a little bit. Hey, Chad, your boys are so sweet on Facebook. I love them, man. Love them. Anyway, man, we usually don't do this on Friday night, but I'm glad that we did. Appreciate everybody. We got 225 likes. I'll hit you guys up for them, for your audio books. Support the channel. Check us out on that TikTok at Bad Chad. Going to be putting up clips. We're going to do the New York Bloods versus the Baltimore Bloods video. That's coming out. I interviewed another homeboy from Baltimore, Casper, white dude. He's from Baltimore. It was a good interview. That'll be coming out. But we're going to keep pumping out these stories. Hoping to interview the cop that was at the prison I was at when the kid bit me in the face. But anyway, got a killer ass. You guys like Killer Chronicles? Got a killer ass documentary coming out. I think you guys are going to enjoy that one. Has to do with two beefing gangs in New York. Someone ends up dead. But anyway, Blood on the Razor Wire TV. Tell your son that you love him. Tell your daughter that you love him. We're going to start putting some stuff together for a back-to-school sneaker drive. Hopefully some people will help out. If you don't, it'll be on me. But we're going to make it happen. Blood on the Razor Wire TV. We're going to take care of them kids, get them some sneakers. With respect, until tomorrow, you already know what it is. We're out. And we will be back tomorrow. Blood on the Razor Wire TV.